Good, Supreme Almighty back in the building. What's up, y'all? We got the homie Benny Holiday on the show tonight. SnowGoons, you know what I mean? Happy New Year's to everybody. Shout out to the sponsors, of course. You know what I mean? SnowGoons, Creative Uses Music, Elite Sound International, Blaze 'em Up Radio, Vinyl Frontier, Smiley the Ghetto Child, the usual suspects. You know what I mean? Just waiting for the
Shit, I didn't even really get ready. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to get it to spin around.
Yo.
Yeah, there we go.
What's good? I try calling you back.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, what's good?
Yo,
what's going on? All right.
Straight
yeah.
Man. It's already 23 where we at right now.
Oh, man, y'all living in the future.
Yeah.
How y'all making all that old school ass music and y'all more ahead in time than us, man?
Yo, word, you ain't lying.
All right.
Yeah, I literally just hopped in the seat. I'm like, I'm like running behind. I'm like, let me.
You got 36 people watching this? You got a lot of people in here. God damn. Okay, all right. What's up, y'all? Oh, I'm seeing the thing. Oh, Mad Names, Generation, what's up?
What's up, Generation?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got, it's thick in here. It's thick in here. Okay.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Hey, happy New Year, everybody. This is really cool to see so many people excited. Wishmaster, what's up? My man Wishmaster from UK's over in New York with my boy Deuce Ellis right now. They loving it over there. Shout outs to all my Buffalo people in New York City with all my UK people right now. Oh, so cool to see so many of y'all here.
That's what's up, yo, man. Happy New Year to everybody, man. Like I said, we already celebrating here since like an hour.
Yeah.
And we just watched the crazy fireworks, because it was kind of forbidden in the last 2 years because due to the corona. And now like this year, everybody going off like crazy. They started 5 minutes before and it was nuts for the last like 30 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yo, it's a blessing to have y'all back on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm excited. I'm excited as fuck. Yeah. Fucking, look, they got the royal, like, wall of SnowGoonery behind him. This is wild. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Every time they be on the show, they got some gems in the background. I'll be like, damn.
This my man, Mr. Thuggins. He's not really famous like that, but he's slow. He got a mixtape out there. He gonna slowly blow up. So just give him some time. You know what I mean?
Word.
And hype.
Word up.
No doubt. So let's get into it, man, because it was a blessing to, you know what I mean, be able to have y'all back on and whatnot, and all the stuff we was discussing previous, you know what I mean, like, to get to talk about the new single, first of the month, you know what I mean? It's definitely a blessing. Yeah, I mean, I figured we chat a little bit about, previous stuff too. You know what I mean? If y'all wanted to talk about the blessings y'all did, because all y'all had hits all year round.
Yeah, this is the best year of my life so far for music on the internet coming out for sure. Maybe not touring and hanging out with people, but we definitely had the most. Manu had my back and let me publish a whole bunch of shit. So it was like, we're always shooting and always trying to work. So just having them have our back was incredible. But real quick segue. Hey, Manu.
Yep.
Was this joint that we're about to drop was produced by Sick Nature?
Yes.
Okay, This is my first time working with Sick Nature in my whole career, okay? So I had to bring this out. This is going to be a little special part, and I'll be posting this on my IG and stuff and everything. This right here, okay, is the Sick Nature record, okay, The Relentless Storm, all right? Manu gave this to me in South Carolina in 2015 or 16. I wasn't signed. I wasn't on yet. I did all the engineering, recorded all the songs, and helped write and get everything in the right place back then. I was rapping, but I was just trying to help. I would get everybody's coffee if they wanted. I was driving everybody around to all our video shoots in my mom's old Toyota Prius and sleeping on the floor. So that's how we was getting it back then. But if you look on the record, it says, "To the real goon, my brother, Benny Hanna." And that was 2015. And we've had this record up every day at our studio right over here. So to finally get to have Signature and be on the record. That's actually pretty dope for us. So we're really excited. So, man, we hope y'all gonna love this record that's coming out tonight with Gore-Tex because it's fire.
Word. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sick brought it really back to some nonfiction shit, you know?
Oh, we are. Oh, they just Juan was saying they just came out with like a reprint of the vinyl with like new art and some stuff like that for nonfiction. So we had to order that. So we're super excited. There's a lot of nostalgia right now. It's 20 years ago when the whole LimeWire thing was popping off for everybody. So I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia for everybody in the underground with hip hop right now.
Right.
Word. Facts. Yeah, when I got a little glimpse, you know what I mean? I had to harass him a little bit and shit, but I was like, I gotta hear this because Gore-Tex is the homie. He's dope, nonfiction, and Benny, of course, you know what I mean? So yeah, I got a chance to listen to him, man. I was shocked, man. I was like, I actually told him, I'm like, yo, this is some of your best work. I was like, yo, some of the best. He's like, man, tell him what you said.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, this is an older joint. I'm like, yo, you fooled the shit out of me. Like,
also,
I did not.
It's like a timeless style for real, though. It's to me, though, because I have the same writing. I like write like the Bomb Squad was doing back in the day, where like I break my rhymes down, where I write my fourth rhyme first. And then I write my rhymes backwards up from there. So even though I recorded this verse that's coming out in 2015, it's still not like I could come out with that verse on my album this year and it wouldn't be that different because, it's still the same style that I always use. So I think it's still super relevant, which is why you was like, yo, this was ill. You want you do this yesterday? I was like, bro, this shit's 7 years old. If this shit was a dog, it'd probably be dead by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I heard the beat too, I was like, yo, it sounded like a Gore-Tex. It sounded like a real ill, like, you know what I mean? It was very hoodish, you know what I mean? It was very slap you, like it was real, it was dope, man. So, you know what I mean? For those that get to, so wait, so since y'all, and now since it's already New Year's over there, did y'all already release it? Or do we have to wait for the States for it to be released?
Exactly, that's the thing, like, it comes out at midnight, but wherever your midnight is, right? So we passed midnight here in Europe, so it's already out. I can literally like play it from iTunes right now here or from Spotify, whatever. And y'all have to wait a couple more hours till your midnight. But yeah, so the plan is to drop it like in our series the first of the month, right? And so it comes obviously always out first of the month. And then in 4 days or 5 days, I'm not sure, we're gonna fix the date, but like we're gonna drop the video as well, because Benny had the video to it too. And yeah, it's just super dope, man. And once again, Signature killed that beat because like he's a super nonfiction fan. Basically, he came off with the whole nonfiction thing. Like that was his main inspiration. Like after the 90s, basically, and that gave him like new motivation. Obviously, he has the nonfiction tribute joint. If you listen to that joint, then you know how much he loves nonfiction. And he's basically the best to-go guy. Like if you want to have a sound like that, So he definitely killed it, and everybody killed it. Even DJ Dre with the cuts, man. Like he murdered those cuts. So it's that joint is crazy. We're mad excited.
And also, DJ Dre's knowledge of nonfiction really made the cuts so great, because a lot of what a DJ does in getting cuts isn't just how they cut the record, but the knowledge of where the sample culture is and all the different samples where they came from. I don't know, the fans will be able to understand. If you've been in the game and you love those records and you hear this record, you'll notice that a lot of the records that Primo cut short and had little, he's always been a jab guy, 1 to 3 seconds for each one of his samples. For one of those, just on these records, we let some of those, not we, because it wasn't my idea, but DJ Trey, he let the thing go to 2 bars instead of just a jab step, and it was, so if you already like that, it just kind of brings it all together. It's really so good to have such a good production team. My bad, Manu, I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going, man.
All good though, yeah, man. And and just not this joint, man, like it's funny because Crypt is right here, and he just actually today, like, he killed the cuts on the new joint with, like, I don't even want to talk about it, basically.
No, go ahead. Like it's on you if you want to.
Yeah, man, like we said, we're going to have a lot of dope shit coming out this year, man. 23 is going to be definitely crazy. Like Benny said already, this year was actually really busy. We dropped a lot of dope shit, like the Slain joint, and so many dope joints, man, with all the homies, and I really think also you really stepped up a notch, man, like with not only the videos, but the joints too, you know, like it's so much dope shit was coming out this year already. If you look at the Benny catalog right now that we're building up, and 23 is going to be even more crazy, you know, and I can't
23
say
is going to
that
be
for
wild.
sure, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody should get ready, man. Like this is going to be dope. I'm so excited this year to drop all the stuff that we worked on now for the last year and whatnot, you know, and yeah, man, I already feel like 23 is going to be a crazy year for music, and we already know 22 and the last year too, man, was definitely for underground hip hop was a dope year because so much dope shit was coming out, and it kind of felt like you know, with the Corona shit, somehow it definitely kind of, I wouldn't say supported, but in a way it definitely brought back the underground in a way, because it basically what happened is, I guess it put so much spotlight on the internet, right? And that's where it all happens right now, especially with the underground hip hop, because that's how we stay connected. Exactly this example right here, you know, we free talking on totally different places and talking about music, but that's the same way everybody connects today. And so I think the last 2 years was really dope for hip hop, you know, a lot of dope shit came out compared to the years before. And I feel like 23 is going to be even more crazy, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean,
shout outs to App Rock, because 2 years ago, I was getting like fucking 500 or 1,000 views on all my videos, even though I've been coming out with material for like 8 years straight, and I was just scraping, but we was working every week. And then I hit up my man App Rock to get some Goon promo, which I highly recommend to all my people out there. And I put Bloody Blunts 2 in for him, and he sent that shit to Manu. And then for about 2 years now, right now, my shit's just been rocking, and we've been coming out with like getting an average about 30,000 views on each one of the videos. And if you look at where I was at 2 years ago, it's like, we're talking about literally 60-fold times what we're doing on and then with Bloody Blunts and these other ones where we end up getting 70,000 plus, it's like I'm in a whole new world. So to me, for just on my end, our shit has never been anywhere near this. And this coming year, we about to take it so much farther. So, you know, we just been really excited about these last 2 years. But really, I'm telling you, this year, between the big homie Kasky, I mean, we're working with people that's working with the highest people in the whole industry. And then also, just on a business tip, we working with a lot of big legends and moving a lot of money around in a lot of different markets. So this year coming up has been a process of the last 10 years getting us here. But if you look at the SnowGoons brand, what year are y'all on right now, Manu?
Damn. I mean, for SnowGoons, it's definitely now
24th, the official.
Well, yeah, 99 SnowGoons was founded, but like we really was just really stepping in the game in like 2007 with the German Luger, you know? So
right.
It's definitely like 15, 16 plus years where people start noticing us in a way.
So yeah, it's all natural and it's all like progressive. I'm just really excited where we at. Kick it,
straight consistency, yo.
Yeah.
It's straight consistency, though, because you know what I'm saying. Everything y'all put out is straight hip hop, and you know what I mean. And like I always say at every show, y'all bring artists that don't have that opportunity to the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You're like one of the illest groups. I can't even call y'all a record label, but y'all the illest family that bring everybody in. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody be sitting here thinking niggas is dick riding. It ain't about that, man. It's just because y'all good people. And you know what I mean? Even Benny, man. Everybody, like we all family out here. We hold each other down. You see it? And you know what I'm saying? Y'all all deserve the best. And I'm glad that everything's coming together, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with the record. Man, and me and Benny. You had Infinity, man. That shit was ill.
That shit was great, yeah.
Dope joint, man.
Yeah, man. Shout outs to Jupiter May for being hot as fuck in my video. Like I done so many videos. Like I can't keep just being in front of a gate and some graffiti for y'all. I gotta start bringing in some models and some cars and stuff. It's not like I used to look at that stuff when I was younger, like the Nelly videos and stuff. I was like, oh, that stuff's generic. But like as I get older, I'm like, dang, they really had the sauce in all them videos. I just didn't understand, you know. Yeah, how much it took to really keep looking original and keep staying consistent, but also trying to not become like where you see exactly what I'm going to be doing every time. So, you know, we're definitely trying to step up the visuals. A big thing for us this year was making the visuals, being conscious during the video shoots of what's going to be looked at by the editor doing the video shoot. So like that's going to be a big thing for us this year too with the visuals, is really trying to step up, not just as people that create audio and then have visual shot of them, but really try to bring the videos to the people on YouTube so it's something visually stimulating to keep looking back at. So that's going to be a big thing for us moving forward this year too, man.
Yo, I think honestly, from watching, from all the interviews we had, you definitely have progressed too.
Yeah.
You've developed more as an artist too, because what people was always just like exactly what you said. People was always expecting you to come with the eat your face off hard lyricism, but then when you hit with Infinity, you came a whole nother direction, but you still kept it real. You know what I mean? So. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you doing your thing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If you happy with what you doing, that's all that matters, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all checked that Brother Ali's Travelers podcast, but he's been, like, interviewing, like, he just did one with Paz, and then he also did one with R.A., and what they both had in common when they were talking about their, like, best records. I'm from the era where these guys were the kings were gods to me, like Manu and like records like Tear It Down by AOTP. To me, that was like as hard as records got. Like I didn't have any idea about personal records, about your father, maybe your son, or relationship with your mother. It was just all about having MOP on the cut and just like rocking a cool fur on the hood and the parka and just motherfucking kicking that shit. And like that was the hardest shit. But as we get older, those records that I really appreciate by both of those artists are records where they talk about their relationships with their fathers and their mothers and their children and interacting with life. So I think as we progress, as boom bap fans, we start out with just the MOP shit, and surface shit is so heavy in your life that you associate all the memories that you're having in your life with that. So it becomes like this classic sound for you. But also as you grow as a listener, you really start to appreciate the personal records. And I don't think I'm developing like that as a person, but I am trying to develop like that as a writer so I can be great like the other writers that I listen to. So that beat that you gave me, I mean, how many beats did we have to go through before we picked that beat? Me and you probably went through 12 or 15 beats.
Word. I mean, I love you to death, but you're a picky ass motherfucker. I won't say that much, but it was well worth it. It was well worth it, though. I mean, you know what I mean? But you as an artist, though, man, like you as an artist, you are good at what you do. Because we got to give that honorable mention about the mixtape, too, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I tried to take it into my world. My manager, I was chilling with the other day. He was like, that mixtape you would do is just for you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it is. Because I'm trying to get that feeling when I was 16, when I was listening to, like, DJ Drama and all these mixtapes that was coming out, like, in the streets, not even as a hip-hop fan. Like, I'm talking about getting rides to school and smoking weed in the back of bubble Chevys, listening to, you know, DJ Drama and Young Jeezy 101 and Lil Wayne.
DJ Clue shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that stuff was one thing, but the thing about the gangster grills and stuff was in my physical circumference, where the mixtapes was literally in our hoods. The DJ Clue stuff was stuff more you had to clue in from the internet and LimeWire and stuff, but I was in a physical spot where we were so close to Atlanta that shit was really in my life. So, like, I'm trying to get close back to the essence of my hip-hop, but my hip-hop is a golden era that I experienced through going through the best years of my life of party rocking on the mic and just going to house parties and being like 15 and 16. I'm trying to get back to that essence, just like the same way Manu and them love when they feel like Kool G rap. I'm 32. I didn't know who Kool G, I didn't Master Ace, none of that shit happened to me physically. I learned about it through looking back at hip-hop, and I did my research. I taught classes on hip-hop history and all that stuff, but to me, my actual physical experience all happened between 2002 and 2006 as far as my golden era. Like Paz and them all will tell you, As It Was Written is their favorite record. It's not because that's the best record of all time, even though a lot of people say it is, but those people went through the best years of their life during that time, so that's their golden era. So with the mixtape, I was just trying to give the listeners like a pick into the stuff that molded me more. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it shows your range, though. You know what I mean? It shows your range as an MC. Because, you know what I mean, not everybody could hop on was that, a commercial beat, or you
Lil
know what I mean,
Wayne,
something well known,
Cletus.
and
Yeah, yeah,
you know
but
what I mean,
like
it really blew it
Atlanta's
up.
Atlanta's just way closer to me than New York by like 12 hours. So
Oh
people got to
shit.
realize the real life. Atlanta's influenced me a lot more than New York has. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's more natural for me, but other people hear me like, oh, I can't believe you hopping on the Clips shit. I'm like, yeah, but Clips is from Virginia, and I'm from North Carolina. You're talking about 2 hours difference. But, like, it take me, if we drive from New York, it's going to be 16, 18 hours right here. You know what I mean?
Yo, I was looking at that shit up too, bro, because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come knocking out his door, like, mad random as fuck, and be like, yo, what's good?
Yeah,
But I was like, what, 13, 16 hours? I'm like,
yeah,
ah,
yeah,
man, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know, man.
We down here. For the German people and everybody in Europe, like, they think that America is one, but we're really more like the UN. Like, in North Carolina, South Carolina, we're like Slovakia and Slovenia. This is like,
Right.
we're in the union, but the money's worth a lot more down here, and it's a little more dangerous, and they're less likely to find your body. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
Word,
Yeah, no, it's true,
word,
man.
man.
Like, for example, like Boston is like a whole other country than New York, basically. And New York
Hmm.
itself is a different country if you see it like that. It's
yeah,
just the difference is
100%.
like basically it's like everybody speaks the same language, compared to like
Yeah,
Europe, where there is definitely obviously also a more cultural differences per se. But yeah, overall, I feel the same too, though. Like, even if New York, Philly, it's only 2 hours, and that's like two different countries per se. So
two
it's
different
and,
worlds.
and then and then obviously the more south you go. I mean, I did that trip too, though. Remember in like
He's done it many
2014 or some
times.
when I was coming down there, and in 16 when we did the videos. I know how it is to drive from like New York all the way down there. It's a cool ride though. Like, I
Yeah,
like to be on the road, so that's not a problem. But yeah, it was definitely a different
it's a
feeling out there, being
different
down
world.
there
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the south.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it's like, I mean, every city, every place has his like beauty sides and
Yeah,
and maybe some
the
ugly
rough
sides or
parts.
whatever. But
Yeah,
it's, I guess it
if
depends
you would have
always.
just been in New York, we would have been like, oh man, I don't know if we need to bring him down here because it's so messed up. But then once we saw that he was going into Philly, we'd be like, oh, they're gonna be fine when they get into the South. They're gonna be good, man. If y'all okay with Philly, then y'all just come on down. We'll take care of you. You're gonna have a great time. This is gonna be beautiful. Philly is
Right.
we were watching like YouTube videos of Kensington Avenue, and just like when they roll through the hood with just the camera out the window, and I'll be like, God damn, like Philly looks rougher than goddamn Atlanta or Louisiana, New Orleans, anywhere. Like, man, that shit. I ain't never been to Philly in my life, but that shit look rough as hell. But I see you be pulling for the football team heavy though, Manu.
Right.
Word,
The Eagles, yeah, man.
word. No
I mean,
doubt, no doubt.
till the day, like, Philly is definitely my favorite city so far. Not just because of the artists. I don't know. It's like there's something in Philly because my first years in the US, I've been only to New York. Like, I never even really went outside New York. And then some years later was doing my first trip to like Boston and then connected with heads over there. And then I actually saw there is a difference between, for me, America was always New York, basically. But then I really saw a difference. And then coming down to Philly, it was another difference, basically, right? And then, but yeah, I felt like right away, I felt really home in Philly for some reasons. And yeah, just like fell in love with the city since then.
Hell yeah.
Word. Word. You could tell because you down with the Eagles, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I got put down by the Eagles. You know what I mean? From a friend in Delaware. You know what I mean? She put me on
Right.
to the Eagles, man. And ever since, like, I understood. I always loved the underdogs. You know what I mean? I've been said that. And you're a hard body fan. So you know what I mean? And Philly's like you know what I mean? What's that? Home of the brotherly love? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, I mean,
So.
Philly itself is like definitely one of the top sports cities in the US per se, right? The fans are
Yeah, yeah,
crazy
yeah,
over
yeah.
there. It's probably Boston and Philly. They're like the craziest sports cities in the US. I
Yeah,
mean, you
yeah.
got you got crazy fans everywhere, but like if you really sum it up though, like Philly and Boston, they're like just the most nuts like fans, no matter what kind of sport.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
think for
and when there
professional
is game
sports.
day, if
Yeah.
you walk around in Philly on game day on Sunday, man, it's like a whole different vibe everywhere. You
Hmm.
see
That's
The
you
wild.
see the
tailgates.
jerseys, you see the
Yeah.
hats and shit, and I love that feeling, man. Like it's crazy because everybody all of a sudden is your friend, because you're rooting for the same team. So it's a whole
Mhm.
different vibe over there when it's game day and shit. So I definitely love that experience always.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, peace to generation. She a hard body Eagles fan too. I see y'all. Y'all be doing it up. Like I said, man, yo, if we win it this year, we get. I'm telling you, man, SnowGoons Eagle jersey, man. That shit was set out
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah,
up
man,
and
I'm gonna
down.
rock that tomorrow, you know, watching the game for sure, man.
Word, word. But yo, now some other stuff, man. Just to give an honorable mention too, man. The SnowGoons, the latest releases too, man. Now I mean the Planet Asia, man. I was gonna ask y'all what's your favorite joint off of that. I love that metabolism, yo.
Mm.
That
Yeah. There you go.
metabolism bang. Y'all got a favorite off of that?
Whew, yeah, it's definitely hard to say, man. But yeah, probably the metabolism joint, man.
Sure.
Like when I heard that the first time, because Asia surprised me basically when he added Flash to it, and he just sent me the joint. And I first like was confused because I heard Flash rhyming first, right? So I was like, oh, is this for something else?
Yeah.
Then I realized he has him as a feature basically on the joint, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
And the crazy shit was the beat was already arranged like that because usually I send a short loop sometimes or for the most times, but with this beat for some reason, like sometimes I do full arrangements, like do 2/16s and bar and hooks and shit. But like, and with this joint, I actually did it for whatever reason, and then they could record like straight on the MP3 as it was, you know. So I had only like just to do little adjustments at the end, but the main arrangement was already there. So it was the joint was done, you know, once they sent it back basically. And
that's
yeah,
crazy.
and I also I think that's Planet's favorite joint too, because when we talked about doing a video, I told him straight up, yo, pick a joint that you feel, you know, like do a video that you want to do. It's up to you, you know, like I love all the joints, so I'm cool with any video, whatever you feel good with it. And he did that as a video. So I guess that's probably also his favorite joint.
That's crazy. Yeah, that joint was banging, man. Like Planet Asia is definitely one of my favorite rappers, and like the fact that y'all collab with him like that,
Word.
it definitely banged. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. And then, yo, definitely congrats to you because you just hopped off tour with Onyx, man. Y'all, you stay doing your thing with Onyx. Straight up. I know everybody loves that, man. When I be seeing them pictures, I'm like, man, I know everybody wishes they could be down with that, yo, because Onyx
Man,
is energy and just the
yeah.
legacy.
You
You know what I'm
ever been
saying?
to an Onyx live show?
Nah, unfortunately, I
Yo,
wish.
honestly, man, hands down, like their live show, it must have been definitely like top five in hip hop. Like for real, their energy, you know, like man, first of all, man, they're now this year they're like 30 years in the game, right? And yo, I just jumped off this tour like last week basically. And yo, they still killing it, you know, like 30 years later, and they still like giving a full hour of full energy, man. Like when you see a show, there is never a whack show where people don't like do mosh pits and like going all crazy, you know. It's like from the first minute on, they come out on like back the fuck up, and then you know it's already on, man. The stage is on fire, and they keep going on for a full hour. It's and I performed so many times with them, but it's like every single show is still fun because it's so much energy, and we always love to rock the show, you know. Like I don't know how many times they must have played Slam already, like 30 years now, like thousands of
Word.
times. You know, you can't even hear the song anymore, but they still perform that song as they would perform it the very first time. You know, and people always go nuts. So I really always love that energy. So really, hands down in hip hop. I mean, you know, Busta Rhymes is a dope performer, MOP, but it's like if we're talking about energy,
Hmm.
like there is not many dudes that can hang with these guys. Like they do a full hour, they jump left to right, they're like soaked sweat every show, you know, like it's just nuts and it's
Word.
so much fun, man. If you ever have the chance, go to an Onyx show, man. The Onyx show is always dope.
I ever get to
Yeah.
chill with Sticky Fingers, I'm gonna just be bugging out. I'm gonna be like, yo, I can't believe he was Blade on Spike TV. Like that's the nobody talks about that. That's the illest to me. Like I don't know how he hadn't been brought into the Marvel universe or something at this point. Like that's what I'm looking for. Like as soon as your boy opened all the portals up on whatever that was, Avengers, I was looking for Sticky Fingers to roll up out the back with the sword or some shit and get it popping. I didn't.
That's it.
He to me, he's in one of the universes. Like that's one of the illest things ever about Onyx. Like you got your boys straight from like separate movie universes and still being both awesome. Like that's got to be one of. I mean, not just the Jam Master Jay stories and all that stuff. Just culture, history wise, one of the goats. One of the goats. Ray is still doing it for sure.
Or you know what we do need though, man? We need an Onyx Benny Holiday collab. That's what we need to see in this new year.
It's written in the stars. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
Word, cause y'all energy, y'all have the perfect energy for that. So I can imagine y'all doing the mosh pit, some you know what I mean, some concert or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right,
Speaking of, I seen that Sticky Fingers video. This man was wringing out his sweat from his shirt, bro. Yo, he could have dehydrated or whatever, rehydrated a whole city and shit with the amount of sweat that came out that shirt, bro. I was like, damn.
You know?
Word.
Like.
That shit is crazy.
That's how they go off stage, man. Like fired up, you know, like straight up. That's like a whole 1 hour workout, like straight up, dude. Like, you know, I'm always in the back DJing, standing there. It's cool, you know. And once I start like getting more into the live show with Signature, for example, right? Me coming to the front sometimes and like drop a verse or like just hyping it up and just standing there as a backup. And then while Crypt is on the turntables or some shit, I realized how much of a work it is. And I'm not even going crazy. I'm just like, you know, being cool, staying in the pocket or whatever, you know. But like, it is really a workout. And then seeing these two guys going nuts from left to right and giving like 100% every single show, that's what I really respect and love about these guys, man. Like, they're like hip-hop to the core, you know.
No doubt. Not to leave Crypt out, man. Yo, Crypt, you got anything coming out that you want to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Any new shit?
Yeah, definitely, man. In April, I'm gonna release my single Beatmaker instrumental album. So that's coming up, man, and I'm fucking hyped about it. So it will be very dope. And first single drop will be maybe at the end of January, with the first joint. And yeah, it will be like influenced like from the 90s Ninja Tunes shit and a little bit DJ Shadow, DJ Crush. All these cats definitely influenced me, and yeah, the first single will be out, I guess, at the end of January. So right now, figuring out doing the video and all that. So yeah, pretty hyped about it, and looking forward to release it and show it to you guys as well. Of course, definitely.
Word. No doubt. I just wanted to make sure you weren't in the back all quiet. I'm like, nah, everybody get to say something. You know what I mean? Word, because I definitely want to hear that. I appreciate that too.
You said that was DJ Crypt. The whole time I thought he was just with Ill Bill over there. I just thought Ill Bill was directly
man, so many people are saying that. Like, always they are mentioning in comments. They're like, yo, it's the small brother of Ill Bill and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yo, we was talking about getting you in the Ill Bill video doing the cuts, and we was like, yo, if they see him in the Ill Bill video doing the cuts, they're just going to think Ill Bill's DJing now. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yo, Ill Bill is twice in this video.
Yeah.
Word. That's crazy. I was like, Benny set me up, bro. I'm like, Manu brought fucking Ill Bill. I was like, what's going on here, man?
Yeah.
That's what's up, though, man. No, don't feel. Yo, people say the same thing about me sometimes too. They say I'm the darker skinned Ill Bill, the Latino Ill Bill. I'm like, I'm
the only guy over here that isn't Ill Bill. This is crazy.
Word. But yeah, real quick to get back into the Gore-Tex shit, man. I just want to say I did get a chance to listen to it. I can't wait for it to drop in the stage for everybody to listen to, and I can't wait for the video because the clips you were showing, that shit looked raw.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that you got to release it.
Re-edited a little bit and shit, you know. So definitely excited to drop that. And yeah, man, like I said before, man, this year is definitely going to be crazy for Goon Music. We got a lot of dope shit. Just when I look at the Benny Holiday shit that's coming out, that's going to be crazy. But that's only the beginning, you know. We have so much stuff. And I think this month in January, we will already announce a lot of stuff that's going to come out this year. It's going to couple surprises. And I'm also
the Goon Mode Project. Shout outs to the Goon Mode Project.
More on some shit too, Supreme, you know, like... we definitely going to do some more shit as well. So, like I said before, man, 23 is definitely going to be a dope year for Goon Music because, you know, we always stayed there with the quality, and that's the main thing, you know. And I think just being consistent with the quality, basically, that's what's going to happen in this year, you know. And then, like already said, Crypt got this stuff coming, and man, I would love to talk about all of this shit, but then we would stay here for like 2 more hours. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yo, you ain't lying.
Time after time. I mean, we can do more like of these chats, you know, and then let people know what's going on, you know. But it's also really beautiful, man, to see people all around the world supporting us like that, you know. Without all the hip hop heads, this wouldn't be possible, you know. Because, I mean, obviously everybody knows we're not going to get rich, you know, and that's not why we do this. But obviously we also, you know, have to make some money back to, you know, pay for mixing and all of this shit. Like, if you actually been in the music thing and you ever dropped something, you already know what it really is, you know. It's like there is a lot of stuff attached, like from the artwork to the promotion, to the recording, to mixing, to little stuff, you know. It's like people sometimes think, oh, yeah. I mean, nowadays it is really easy to release music, but then on the flip side, there is still a lot of stuff attached to it, you know, and a lot of people don't really see that, you know. So, and now, especially nowadays when so much stuff is coming out, it's even more tough to kind of peek out or like to get your shine, you know, in a way. But I'm just glad that Goon Music kind of established on a certain level, you know, and people know what's gonna come. So that's what we always routing for, you know, and that's why we always put the quality first, basically. And yeah, so like I said, 23 is definitely gonna be dope, and you know, mad excited for all the stuff we're gonna drop.
No doubt, no doubt. This definitely feels like a deja vu, because I remember starting the show. We said the same thing, something similar to this, I think last year, and you guys stay consistent. Every year is something new or something that completely just throws people off. Because they wouldn't be expecting the collabs y'all put together, the artists y'all drafting up. So it's definitely
never, yeah. Everything that they see now and everything they see this year is all stuff that we were thinking about 2-3 years ago. So just know that the stuff that we're actually doing this year, y'all really gonna get to see next year. So it's like the coolest thing about staying locked in with the SnowGoons and Goon Music and all this stuff is you get to see the prefixes of what you're gonna see in 2 to 3 months just in everybody's day-to-day life. And by the time it locks in, you were already ready for it, but you didn't know it was coming because all of our lyricists are always thinking of rhymes that the other MC isn't thinking of first, because we always trying to get to all our DJs are thinking about the culture and how much they know the samples to the next level, so how they can build something so your mind is ready for some whole iller shit than you even thought was coming. So like the whole camp is all completely on some new shit right now. We got mad releases, a whole bunch of people you wouldn't even expect us to be going to. Shout outs to Gmo Ski, okay, that's my guy. Shout outs to motherfucking Kasky, you know what I mean? He's rocking with us heavy right now. We got a whole project with a whole bunch of big, awesome people I can't even say yet. Shout outs to all of my news crazy ass graffiti teams, because they're gonna be super heavily involved. All the SnowGoons DJs. We really got a whole bunch of things coming out from so many different levels. And shout outs to the fans and everybody that's rocking with us. Shout outs to Supreme the Almighty for hosting this shit and rocking with us so heavy and keeping me with the dope beats. You know, I'm gonna get some more soon, but you know, just shout outs to the whole culture, everybody that's rocking with us, man. We really got our own little community, and I want to keep building it, and we killing it this year, but it's crazy because the year after that's gonna be so much iller. So just keep rocking with us.
100%, man. Yep.
You live up to the hype too. You know what I'm saying? That's the funniest part about it. It's not like you just floating your boat and shit. When you say that, it really is that way. Because like I said, you travel back to last year. You know what I mean? First of the month started dropping. It really just took shit, you know what I mean, to a whole nother level. And then this year it's gonna be a whole nother. So you know what I'm saying? It's definitely consistent, man. I was gonna ask though, yo, Benny, man, you too lit up to drop some bars, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Bless people on New Year's.
Okay, all right. What's the bars gonna be about? What do we need bars for?
Whatever you feel like dropping, man, to blow people's minds out the water. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I gotta have like a direction or some reason to do it. I can't do it. I wish I could do the recap like homie, DJ, what's my man who been dropping the yearly recap. I wish I could just drop one of those for you real quick, but I ain't really got it like that.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I think, I thought, you know what I mean? I give it a shot in the dark, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
already know you've been drinking since you woke up.
Yeah, but you know what? But you know what's cool though? Is since I'm 32 years old, instead of me being like, yeah, watch this, and then I just kick some fucking whack shit, I'm just like, dude, it's not there? Cool, let's just keep it moving.
Yeah, yeah, and I know, like I said, those that know you, bro, you be
Yeah,
lit
yeah,
all day. So I'm
yeah.
pretty sure you wearing it down somewhere
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
I'm
point in
older now.
time.
I'm nicer with the pen. My freestyle game, I was me and Kasky had just a couple shows, or we just had a show recently, and there was a whole bunch of guys in the back that were doing a cipher, like 5 guys that were wrapped in a circle, and I was like in charge of the business. I bought the show. My homie owns the building, so I'm keeping track of everything. I'm staying sober, but I wanted to go over there and just start trying to freestyle. But it's been so many years since I was like after COVID, like, dude, freestyle was something we did in the hood, like while you waiting for somebody to pull up or something like that. Like once COVID happened, that whole kind of the cipher energy died in the culture, and it's like I'm so far removed from it that it was interesting to see that that place that I thrived my whole life going on right around me, and me still feel kind of alien to it. I think a lot of comedians was talking about going back to the stage after COVID the same way. It's like this whole cipher and having your rhymes ready. It hasn't been like that because it's been all so much over social media. And now, as somebody who's in the music industry and pays all my music or all my bills off music, I spend more time devising business and answering the phone than I do just being creative as an MC. So, I think the cipher culture is going to keep building back right now. Like right now, we're seeing people slowly getting back to being more social, making music. But 2 years from now, it's going to be back like it was 5 years ago, really like moving at a really fast rate. So, yeah, I'm not there yet, but catch me in a couple years once the sword gets sharper, and I'll be all over it, man.
No doubt. No doubt, no doubt. But yo, like I said, man, I appreciate everything y'all do for me, man. I appreciate everything y'all do for hip hop as always, man, because y'all consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, nothing but good things is being said about y'all. You know what I mean? That's the funniest part. Normally there'll be some haters on the sidelines beyond that bullshit, like, they this is da, but
Sleep me.
I don't hear no negative shit about y'all, so that's always a blessing. You know what I mean? That means y'all doing things right. Y'all taking care of people. You take care of your friends, your family. You know what I mean? You ain't doing nobody shady, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
cool with that. That's the type of circle I need to be in. So I'm glad to be a part of everything y'all doing because y'all good people, like I said, man. And the releases, man. I'm telling you, man, I be bumping this shit all the time, man. I'm starting to annoy people. I'm annoying people with how much I be bumping the SnowGoons, the Benny Holiday shits, and the whole other rest of the crew and shit. Everybody getting annoyed with me. Like, yo, we gotta
Hell
change
yeah.
up the music. I'm like,
And shout outs to Smeeg. Shout outs to Smeeg and shout outs to Jack Defrost. You know what I mean? Shout outs to the whole SnowGoons camp over in Europe. Everybody's doing their thing. Shout outs to all my people in Australia. My man Bender, Betrayals, Shooks, whole bunch of motherfucking we got a whole bunch of different little camps. You know what I'm saying? Like SnowGoons is the motherfucking umbrella camp of all really dope underground people that's really met through shows and all these dope things. So there's a whole bunch of people we forgetting, but shout outs to the whole camp and everybody just moving around, man. We really getting it in.
word. Also look forward to that grind mode SnowGoons
Yeah.
too.
Yo, I'm sorry. I see my battery's dying, man. Like my phone was blowing up on at midnight. So yeah, I don't know.
That's because he was listening to that Gore-Tex shit, man. He was blasting that Gore-Tex Benny all day. His shit about to blow up.
Word. So yeah, I guess definitely, man. Check out that joint when it drops at midnight. It's super dope. Obviously, we already posted on the pages and shit. I will post it now on the story. So you just need to click on that. And yeah, man. And then I guess we're gonna talk soon again. Like let's do this more often. And connect and let people know and heads know what's going on, man. I mean, obviously you're doing it weekly, with everybody and shit. And I always enjoy watching the show. It's always dope. Like to go deep into like each artist and hear some dope shit, man. Like every morning whenever a new show comes on, I put that shit on and let it rock. And even if it's 2 hours, most of the time I just let it rock on the side and start working, but it's always dope to listen, and laugh with y'all and everything, man. Like, so salute to you, man, for keeping that up. It's definitely, we see that work, man, and that's dope, man, for sure.
You already know, man. Y'all family, man. You know what I mean? I hold down. You know what I mean? Hold down what I can, do what I can, play my part, man. Because at the end of the day, y'all working. You know what I mean? For those that don't see how much work y'all put in behind the scenes, they need to know. That's why I don't mind doing the show, having people know about the behind the scenes stories to what y'all do for the projects. Because like you said, it costs money. It costs a lot of money. A lot of people don't fail to understand that. No matter how big the team is, it costs money. It really doesn't matter. So I appreciate y'all for that, man. And yeah, we definitely gonna, man, y'all, you already know. You can hit me up anytime. We gonna hop right back on here. You know what I mean? Talk the shit and just talk the music shit. You already know.
Yeah, man. Dope.
But I'm not gonna hold you up. I know your battery about to explode and shit. But yeah, definitely want to say Happy New Year's to y'all. Well, obviously y'all already in that stage, but you know what I mean. Happy New Year's to y'all. Hope y'all get lit. You know what I mean. Have a good night and shit. And we gonna enjoy this single when it drop 12 o'clock.
Shout out to the Lord Goat, my man. Yeah.
Happy New Year to everybody, y'all.
Be safe, y'all. Blessings to all of you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Peace.
No doubt, yo. Y'all be
Germany.
Peace. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.
All right, man. Love.
All right, brother.
Oh, peace.
Peace. Yeah, you know what I mean? That was the family, you know what I mean? Benny Holiday, SnowGoons. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody that tuned in and shit. You know what I mean? Make sure to check out that Gore-Tex shit, man. I heard it. I heard it before it dropped. I'm telling you right now, that shit is something special, man. It don't matter how old or whatever, you know what I mean? And then when the video drop, y'all gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? So peace to everybody supporting. Yo, Smig was good. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the support y'all be giving us and whatnot. We're gonna keep doing this into the new year. New year, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be holding it down. But yo, make sure you follow the SnowGoons, follow the homie Benny Holiday, follow the homie DJ Crypt. I love all y'all, man. Y'all have a great new year. Peace.